Hello, this is Nia, and welcome to another video. We are reading chapter 3 of Hermitcraft Retribution, part 2 of the book. And yeah, this perspective we'll be looking at a flashback in the perspective of Sam. Yeah, one of the original main characters of the Clockwork Chronicles series. If you don't know, you know. But yeah, if you haven't read the other parts of the other chapters, you probably should get spoilers, but I mean, if you're at this point when you just happen to come across it, not that big a deal. That's not that big a deal. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Let's get right into it, shall we? Chapter 3. Sam opened his eyes, hearing something vibrate softly by his head. He recognized the buzzing, having heard it and felt it for months, ever since Jem had given him one of Impulse's communicators to use. He sat up in bed, dropping the sleepers from his eyes, seeing the moonlight peeking in from the glass floor below, rippling light on the lake. It was the middle of the night. Who was calling at this hour? Sam yawned, shaking his head as he reached for the device on his nightstand beside his bed. He decided to stay in the large room between the guest bedroom and Stampy's room, so that he would be close to both of his friends in case they needed him. Tonight, though, it was quiet. Tonight was quiet. The only sounds he could hear were the flicker of torches that hung on the walls, as well as the last communicator. Sam picked up the device, looking down at the screen to see who was calling him. He found not recognizing the coordinates. Suddenly, a pang of unease hit him again. What was that man again? Sam swallowed, hesitant to allow the signal to come through. Why wouldn't someone call at that hour? What did he want now? Why would someone like him call at this hour? What did he want now? See, ever since he had learned about Campbell's rise to power, he'd been getting calls from a random stranger who would do nothing but berate and judge him for his choices. The man didn't necessarily threaten him, but he seemed to want to remind him that he could be doing more. He wasn't the only one the man was after either. He'd learned from Liam a few days ago that the man had started calling him as well. Usually, Liam would put his communicator aside for things like classes and helping Lizzie out in the medical wing, so he normally wouldn't hear the buzzing until the test signal. The man would never stop calling until the signal went through, which was potentially risky if there was someone who actually needed help. Whoever this guy was could possibly endanger a life by being so persistent. So both boys had felt obligated to answer. Ignoring it was never an option for this guy. This was the first time the man was calling at such a late hour. In the middle of the night, no less. The signal died as Sam stared at the device, tempted to just turn it off and wait to see what he wanted in the morning. What if there's a crisis and Eddie needs help? Gilb shoved the temptation away as he sighed. The signal started up again as he let the signal through. Did you sleep well? The man's distorted voice asked, his tone hard and cold. You woke me in the middle of the night to ask me if I slept well? Sam raised an eyebrow, hearing the man chuckle on the other end. I'm guessing you haven't heard that, the man said, seeming to gloat. Heard what? Sam frowned, pushing his covers aside. Someone in trouble? The man snickered. I don't think you'd be much help now anyway, even if they were. But no, there was an attack by space a couple hours ago. What? Is she okay? Sam demanded. She's fine, from what I hear, the man mused. The ambush wasn't for her, though. They were after someone else, apparently. What happened? Sam thrust. Is anyone hurt? That depends, the man said slowly, as if trying to spread out the suspense. He seemed to be enjoying the fact that he knew more than the boy. Lizzie reported to Rose that she and Liam were ambushed on their way to Stasis. Lizzie was able to escape, but they took your brother. What? Sam gasped, almost dropping the device. You're not lying to me, are you? Would I ever lie to you, Samuel? We're friends, the man sniggered. No, I'm telling you the truth. Based on what I heard, your brother was taken. Lizzie and Stacy weren't able to find him, even with the help of the wolves. No, Sam groaned, shaking his head as he put the device aside. This can't be real. This can't be. It can, Samuel, the man replied. Your brother is gone, just like I told you could happen. Campbell wants your aunt to pay the painful price. He wants to give her what she deserves and take everything from her. How could this happen? Sam demanded to the man. Why didn't Lizzie tell me sooner so I could help search? You said to call you only in emergency. The man flooded. Sam could imagine the man smiling at the spark of anger started to boil. This is an emergency, Sam insisted. My brother is missing, kidnapped by a man who barely know enough about. I don't think your aunt would want you to put yourself in danger to try to find your brother, the man warned. Think of your responsibilities. Stop being squishy or counting on you. No doubt Campbell will be coming for you next. Then perhaps your father. My father is hidden. Campbell will never find him. Sam snapped. Levi has been doing everything he can to make sure of it. Never say never, Samuel. You know as well as I do that no matter how much you prepare, it only takes a moment for everything to crumble around you, the man chuckled. What are you going to do to save your brother? We'll find him, Sam insisted. She shouldn't have been taken to begin with, the man sighed. I warned both of you that this could happen. Even your friend Beat-Ups was concerned. But neither of you heeded the warning. You should know that nowhere is safe for you, for anyone who follows Rose. James. She wants peace for all worlds, on all sides, Sam stated. No one wants to keep fighting anymore. Why can't Campbell see that? You know why, the man replied. He doesn't give up, just like Mr. A. He won't stop until she says pays what's due. You aren't safe, Samuel. You won't be able to save your brother. Try me, Sam challenged. The man laughed again. No one knows where he is, and the more time he wastes trying to find him, the more opportunity Campbell has in prolonging his suffering. How can you sleep at night knowing your brother is being tortured? How can you sleep at night knowing that he's suffering? Can you really do anything to stop this, Samuel? You're not in control. You never were. I'll find him, Sam snapped at the man, tears filling his eyes, his body shaking from anger at the man. How dare he accuse him of not caring? Sam wanted to do more than anything to help his brother. If this was true, of course, he had to make sure. You'll see. Yeah, I don't care who you are, but I won't stop until I find him. Campbell won't get away with this. Good trying, Samuel, the man cackled. I'll call you back later to see how you're doing. Sam ended the call, not even saying goodbye to the man. What was the point? Sam put his head in his hands, feeling tears slide down his fingers, warm and salty, as he tried to pull himself together. This couldn't be true, could it? Would the man really lie to him to get under his skin? Maybe, but he hadn't before this point. He had been warning them that Campbell would do whatever it took to make Rose pay for what she would supposedly did. He'd done everything he could to ensure his friends were safe. Campbell wouldn't be able to get to him or any of them if he had the chance. Sam was certain of that. Yet, could he really guarantee that? No matter how much he tried or prepared, nothing was ever perfect. There was no such thing as a perfect safe house. No such thing as a schedule that wasn't falling into some sort of pattern. Sorry. Campbell's men always seemed to be ahead of them, with the attacks in the villages, contaminating the water supply for many residents. It's making this a living nightmare for Rose and her allies. Suddenly, the device buzzed again, as Sam peeked through his fingers, looking at where the signal was coming from. He immediately dropped his hand and reached for it, pressing the signal. Hey, Lizzie. How are you? Lizzie asked weakly. Sam could hear a hint of a sniffle. She been crying? No, you had to be. be imagining that. This couldn't be real. The man had to be lying, right? The guy woke me up in the middle of the night. How do you think I'm feeling? Sam snapped, regretting it instantly. I'm sorry. It's just, I'm not sure what to do with the news. So you know? Lizzie whispered. Is Liam really gone? Sam pressed. He was taken, she confirmed, letting out a sob. I would have called you sooner, but I couldn't bring myself to. I didn't know how you'd react. It's okay, Sam said softly. No, it's not, she said frankly. I shouldn't have let him go. But he insisted. Stacy's been having trouble with keeping the animal away from the contaminated river, and he wanted to help, she sobbed. I can't imagine what they're doing to him. We'll find him, Sam told her gently. I know we will. Sam, please promise me you'll be careful, she insisted. I can't lose anyone else. Liam isn't gone. We can still save him, Sam reminded her. I can't save him, Samuel. The man's voice echoed in his mind. Oh my gosh. Why do this? As Sam ignored it, he promised Lizzie that he would be careful before ending the call. He stared down at the device in his hand, blurred by his tears. Was it already too late? How long did his brother have before Campbell would be done with him? What if this was part of something far bigger and more sinister? Sam let out a defeated sigh, plopping the device on the nightstand. Should he tell Stampy that the man was still getting through? He'd been able to get Blocky to help. He'd been able to get Polly to help him try to block the man many times, but no matter what, he kept coming back. No, he couldn't tell him. Not yet. Maybe the man will get bored and leave him alone. It's only been like a couple of months, right? That's going to be the end of this chapter. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And a little giggle at the end. I don't know where that came from, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.